It's week 7 of the National Football League, and we've got the Dragons' rocket-on quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We're just moments away from the action, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the man from Auburn, getting the start here, their rookie quarterback.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and if their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level, there's a lot of production to go around.
Big opening up the middle. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 72 yards. It is a touchdown. So they come up with a long touchdown on the little short pass. Greg, the quarterbacks love those pop passes, especially when they end up in the end zone.
Mike, you're well aware of the phrase in golf that there's no pictures on a scorecard. Well, in this case, there's no pictures on a box score because it doesn't matter if you throw it 1 yard or 50. You get credit for it all. In this case, he'll take credit for the touchdown.
Now, the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dragons are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. This will be a Saints first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. They motion a receiver right. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
On 12. 1st down, Saints. 1st down, 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 1st do
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down. Motion man set right. They'll throw here on third and short. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Little's kick is good. And the Saints are on the board. It's 7-3. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal. They'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again. I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Dragons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive, and as we take a look at the NFL leaders in TD passes coming in, it's right there among the best in the league. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man, right side. It's complete. It's That's a gain of 10 yards. That's enough for a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult. I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely, because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet in bounds. Missed opportunity there, incomplete.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dragons go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The Dragons offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give.
Back to the air one more time. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. His
speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. A gain there of 10 yards. And that will be a first down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. And that's going to be incomplete. But now a marker comes flying in late. Behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here? They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then what?
And he's in! Touchdown, Dragons! Touchdown number 9 for the year. The extra point is good. And the Dragons move out in front by the score of 17-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. Second and 11. They'll stick with him again.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, New Orleans. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. Plenty of scoring already. More from the International Series in London after this. They'll come up here, first and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. And that one... incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. One of the tight ends motions right. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Saints first down. He gets this into the hands of Green. He is in. Touchdown, Saints.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
The touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Dragons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL. It's the first half of the season, but as you can see, he's already leading the league in passing yardage. Slot man in motion left. They'll begin here on the ground. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. This drive will start on the ground. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the...
jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And that... Pretty quickly, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. And he's in. Touchdown, Dragons.
It's just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Dragons move out to a 24-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Whoa! And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Dragons offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
Here's first and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. He's had a lot of success throwing the ball early. Look at the numbers. Already up over 200 passing. Handoff here, up the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Dragons. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now a give on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 2.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The defense has got it. What a big play from the defense. The long fumble return. It sets up 1st and goal and gives the offense terrific field position.
And the only thing that play was missing, Mike, was the defense being able to return. For a touchdown, so give credit to the offense. Being able to hustle, getting back there and tracking that guy down, at least it gives his defense now a chance to keep them out of the end zone.
This is the best starting field position you could ever have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in! Touchdown, Dragons. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Tight end going in motion here. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got it.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Man in motion, heading left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
3rd and long. They try the right side this time. And this drive is going backward. Taken down for a loss. The defense with a quick 3-and-out.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Uh-oh. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. He's inside the 40. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play to kick off this drive. A gain of 48.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you could really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone. A pickup of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the Dragons stretch things out even further. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. So we've reached halftime in a game that is all but over here at the break as we send you back across the Atlantic. Early wake-up call for Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Top of the morning, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. Next, we'll head east. It's on to Cincinnati as we check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. The Browns off to a strong start as they run their mark to 4-2 with the victory. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Ravens.
Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now a running play. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It is picked up by the defense. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been doing it through the air and on the ground in this first month of the season. Currently leading the NFL in rush yards by a quarterback. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd down, 3 to go. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll run. It's a counter. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's
in trouble, and down he goes. The Dragons punt team unit comes out. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he is yet to find anything to lean on in this one. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. For the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Receiver in motion, headed left. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete.
Into space. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 81 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Little on now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Saints cut into the lead a little bit. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. Now they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points. Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd and long. They motion the slot man left. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Quick throw, taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a 1st down. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. They'll look to throw. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Saints are able to cut into the deficit.
Saints 24.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Got a man open downfield. Game now, and this one's good for a first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll throw out of the gun. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Their own 34-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. A tight end in motion now. A run now on 2nd down. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A shotgun snap. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. Up, and he'll gather it back in. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for a 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Up the middle they go. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dragons add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet. He'll get him down for no gain. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's got room to the 45. Down the sideline. Inside the 25. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. They'll motion a tight end right. He'll look to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. On 2nd down, they'll run. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Drive will start on the ground, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And he will work his way to the 32. That's enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now a give on the ground. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 4.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a second and 9. Now a give up the middle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. They send the tight end in motion. They'll try to get this one on the ground. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a second and 6.
Now second and 6.
On the ground they go. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Here we go, shot! Ready?
Ready, break! Get out! Come on, set! Ready! Ready! Okay, break! Okay, ready? Set, go! Ready, ready! Hut, hut! Set! Ready, ready? Go! On the double! Go! Let's go now! Ready! Set it! Hunt! Ready up! Ready! Here we go! Here we go!
It's week 8 of the NFL, and we've got the Dragons rocket on quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. The action is only moments away, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Partner, this should be a good one here in the month of October. We got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the man from Auburn, getting the start here, their rookie quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Slot man in motion left. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up. Open man, left side, he's got it. It's a gain of 12 there, and that will be a first down. They'll try the right side this time, and a nice run there on first down, getting it. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He's going to look for the home run ball. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the first down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up for Watson. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here it is on 4th down.
A little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Dragons. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talk about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. And if he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
The Dragons getting their punt team out here. The Packers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
He'll get this out wide.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now they'll set up to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. They'll take over at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The deficit is, the ball's out, and it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Throwing now on 3rd, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. Deep ball toward the end zone.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
He'll let this go towards the end zone.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line. Now a handoff, running right. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one knocked away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dragons will extend their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Packers offense, and their running back set to go once more. Now Ingram. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing now from the gun. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's a run with Ingram. Has some room inside the 30. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Packers first down.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Packers. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Dragons offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow right.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown, but sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath. Exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and their running back. They'll throw here on third. Oh, he coughs up the football. The defense has it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter. Quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here.
On second down, they run the counter. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll stick with him again.
Another carry for the running back. The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
We're about ready now for the punt.
Only a yard. It's 4th down.
Gets this away, and it's a good one. Angling toward the sideline.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. He'll look deep, left sideline. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.